What's
James
up?
Krause in the house.
What's up?
How are you, James?
Man, I'm trying to survive out here. How about you guys?
Okay, well, first of all, how are you so impeccably groomed right now? You've got a perfect haircut. Your beard is perfect. I'm very suspect of everyone who's got a perfect haircut right now. How are you doing this, James? What's your secret?
Bro, I don't know. I can mess my hair. It just lays like the only thing different is the shine. Like my hair just lays like this.
You
I don't
look
really do it.
phenomenal, James.
I
I look like a mess. How do you look so good?
you got what do you got like a number one? You don't fade it. You
Hat.
got to fade it up, bro. You got to
I got
fade
a
it.
hat.
Come on.
Wow. How did you don't tell me you faded yourself,
No, of course not. Come on.
but when did you get that cut?
Man, I got people, dog. Don't worry about it. I'm on the prohibition haircuts.
I'm trying to put you up. Yeah, I need some of that. Let me know.
Yeah,
But that
you
you're
got
in
to get the
Kansas
fade
City.
up. The hard part. Come on, bro. You
Listen,
got to
I'll
step
do
your
any
game
of
up.
that. I just need someone to come help me out. If anyone's out there in my hood, please help me out. How are
Somebody help
things?
Ariel.
Thank you, thank you. How are things in Kansas City right now?
Man, I'm gonna tell you what. Obviously it's crazy times, right? I mean, there's so much going on, but so little going on. I don't love the circumstance that we're in, but I love the situation that we're in. I've said this a bunch, but man, like I'm so excited right now because everybody's taking off, right? Like everybody's not doing anything. Like the world is at a standstill. Literally, the globe is at a standstill. And man, I'm finding ways to get stuff done. I'm definitely going to be pulling ahead of the pack. I'm busier now than I was before all this happened. So
What are
I'm
you doing?
definitely, yeah, man. So like, I'm doing stuff for my online school. Like I'm filming a bunch of content for that. I'm doing a lot of pretty much any interview like with you or anybody else like that. I'm doing all these. Uh, I'm doing a lot of just online stuff, a lot of online marketing and building and things like that for my school, for my online school, just for other things. Like we're doing a ton of updates around the gym. So if you hear a bunch of like saws and stuff going like that, like basically we're quarantined, but we are allowed to like go into them and we're not allowed to be open for business, but we can be here. So we're here doing a bunch of updates to the gym. I'm getting a lot done. You know what I mean? I think it's such a great time to this is the time to really advance. If you're sitting and not doing anything, you're on Netflix, I think you're making a huge mistake. This is like the globe is at a standstill for 30 days. If you're not using those 30 days or however long it is, you know what I mean? Like we just got put on lockdown here in Kansas City for 30 days. That's why I'm saying that. But like you gotta just use this time. You know what I mean? I think anyway. Or you can watch Netflix or whatever. I don't care. You
Wow,
know?
motivational stuff here from James Krause. I appreciate this little uplifting message. How many kids do you have, James?
So I have two kids of my own, and then my 14, she's 15 in 3 days. She lives with me. My sister lives with me as well.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so how are you keeping all these children occupied in the midst of you doing all this other work as well?
Yeah, they're obviously they're at home. So my wife stays home. I'm at the gym a little bit, not as much as I normally am when everything's normal, but uh, she does an incredible job at home. We went to Target the other day, bro. We spent $785. We bought darts and we bought all kinds of stuff that we don't need, so they can have just have fun in this time off. So it's a you can make whatever you want out of any situation, right? Like you can find the positives in anything. So we're using this time to try to get some better quality family time as well, and have fun with us and little man.
Has life changed for you at all, even though you lost your last fight, considering the circumstances? I feel like you've gotten a lot more street cred, a lot more respect, right? Is that accurate?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah, it is. I feel like I don't feel like a loser. You know what I mean? I don't feel like I lost the fight. Literally, I don't feel like I lost the fight, and just like figuratively, like I was on your show on Monday, the Monday after the fight. Like I was getting interviewed, but I didn't see him on any of those shows. I don't know if he was or not. I just didn't see him. But I definitely feel like that I won that fight, and my social media has gone way up. Just the interaction on all my accounts has gone way up. I've got nothing but positive feedback still to this day. Whenever I go to events and stuff like that, people are reaching out to me about that and saying, you won that fight. Uh, it's crazy, because you never want to lose, right? But like, I definitely feel like if that's how you're going to lose, it's a good way to do it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like I lost anything, and I did gain something. It kind of pisses me off still, just because I feel like I would have got more if I would have won, obviously. But you know what I mean? Like you can't think like that. My management team seems to think that they're still going to get the fight overturned. They feel really confident about that. I don't have anything to do with it. I don't care. anything that I would have got is already taken from me on it. So I'll let them handle that. But yeah, you know, I'm good with it. You know, if you're going to lose, that's the way to lose. That's the best possible. It's the best possible way to be a loser, I guess, if you could say that.
I'm sure you saw that report from Aaron Bronstetter a few days later that judge that scored it 30 to
Yeah.
27 for Giles used to train with him back in the day. When you saw that, what did you think?
He didn't score for 30-27, though. He scored at 29-28, and he gave me the third round. Didn't give me the first, gave me the third, though.
Oh, really? Are you sure about
Yes,
that?
I'm 1,000% sure.
I'm sure. Okay.
1,000%.
All right. But he didn't give you the first, right? He didn't give you the
He,
first.
he did not give me the first, but he
Right.
gave me the third.
Okay. Okay. But what did you think when you saw that? I mean, that's a conflict of interest, right?
Bro, yeah, I mean, it's a huge conflict. It was complete to me. I mean, but what do you do? You know what I mean? I try not to worry about things that are out of my control. But man, yeah, it's so disheartening to see stuff like that. You know, it's like, it's so frustrating. It's super frustrating because I know I won that fight, given the circumstances of everything that I went through. I was in his hometown, went up to middleweight. Guys, I'm not a middleweight. You know what I mean? I'm not even
Right.
close to a middleweight. Like I can make 70 on 2 days' notice. You know, I'm probably 191 right now, and I'm big. You know, I didn't cut any weight to make that. And I didn't have a camp. I literally had a Coke in my hand, eating a freaking steak rice bowl when I found out about the fight. So it's like every circumstance that's put in front of me, I go out, and that was the most exhausted I've ever been in my entire life. You watch me fight. I mean, I don't fight like that. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if I
No.
had 2 week camp, it would have been way different. And I felt like, and I still feel like I won the fight. You know, I feel like obviously I didn't get to show my true performance because I wasn't out of shape, but I wasn't in shape either. You know, I wasn't in fight shape. So it's just really frustrating that the odds were already stacked against me. I feel like I did everything that I possibly could to go above those, and I still came up short. You know what I mean? It sucks. It's really disheartening for me, but I got a new contract out of it. I'm really happy about that. I finally feel like I'm being valued the where I should be valued. And I really feel like that. So I do, you know, I was contemplating like when to retire before. You know, it's definitely reinvigorated me and re-energized me to where, you know, I want to be fighting. I want to be active again. And it's good. You know, there's a lot of good that came out of it.
Before all this pandemic stuff started and the world shut down, as you said, was there any talk of you returning yet?
Yeah, so the London card, or what, I know this is kind of in that, the London card got canceled. I said, hey, I'll fight on a week's notice if you guys need. I'm the guy, man. You know what I mean? Like, look, man, if you're gonna pay me what I'm worth, I'm your guy on short notice. I'm ready all the time. I train every day, twice a day, with the exception of all this mess going on. But I train every day, twice a day minimum. I'm in shape all the time. I'm ready to go on, and I can make 70 on 2 days' notice. So when it comes to short notice, if you're paying me what I feel like I'm worth, I'm in. You know, I do well outside of the octagon, so I don't need that money to live. It's nice, don't get me wrong, but like when I'm getting paid what I was, it just didn't make sense for me. I have to come to an agreement on that. They really took care of me on there, and I feel like I'm being valued now, not just financially, but like that's kind of how you rate a fighter's value, right? Is their compensation, you know, for the most part. But yeah, I definitely am more active, but if not, probably late summer is whenever I was thinking about it. Obviously, back down to 70.
Wait, so that card that they were talking about, as my backdrop here gets messed up, there it is. That card we're all very makeshift here, James. You know how it is in
Yeah,
these
it's all good.
trying times. That card that they were trying to put together on essentially 6 or 7 days notice in Oklahoma, you were
Yep.
in talks to be on that card. You threw your name in the
Yep.
hat.
100%.
And
100%.
how
And
like how real was that? What were you being told?
so it didn't get very far. Like they were basically saying, hey, you're on it if you want on it. We don't have it. We're looking for an opponent for you right now. But
Wow.
as they were doing that, everything fell apart, you know? So I was 100% in. I started watching what I was eating, watching my weight, getting my water up. I was ready to compete again.
That's wild. That is unbelievable. Now I'm
Yeah, I mean,
hearing,
that's kind of my MO now, right? Like I have
yeah,
to, right? You
you're
know,
that
so
guy. You're the new
yeah, might
Donald
as well.
Cerrone.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
I'm hearing whispers, and who knows, you know, when we'll return. But there has been some talk, and I heard Megan talk about it as well. A return to Kansas City. Have you heard of this?
I have. I heard they're coming back in August. That's what I've heard.
Whoa.
Yep.
Hopefully that actually that you would be a shoo-in for that, right?
I don't want to be on it, man.
Why?
I don't want to fight at home. I don't want the, like, it's not the pressure. It's like, I want to go whenever I fight, like there's a process, and part of the process is on Tuesday you go out and you go to wherever. I live 20 minutes from the arena that they would have it here, so like I don't want to stay at home. I don't want to be a father. I don't want to be a husband on fight week. You know what I mean? Like, and it just doesn't. No matter what, and I don't want to be a business owner on fight week. You know what I mean? Like I want to be a fighter on fight week, and I just don't see a situation to where I could do that in Kansas City. And also, I would assume that a lot of the guys that I coach would want to be on that too. And I always give them first dibs. So, I would never fight on a card with one of my guys unless there were some crazy circumstances behind it.
Okay, wow. All right. Yeah, I've heard that from fighters. I know like Matt Serra never liked fighting or the idea of fighting in New York closer to home. So I've definitely heard that. By the way, props on Megan, her great performance a few weeks back. Maybe she was going to fight later this year as well, but I think that was a week. Was that a week? No, 2 weeks after your fight, or maybe 3 weeks. I've lost track of time.
It was. I think it was 3. I think it was 3 weeks. 7th and the 21st. I think.
Is she getting it together? I mean, she's been open about the mental side of things and being nervous. Is she getting better from your perspective?
I'll tell you what. So from what I seen back behind the scenes in Rochester, which was where like the worst I've ever seen her, and then we went to Australia. When she fought Farah. Incredible. Super gangster in the back. And then we go to Norfolk, and even that same Australia attitude came plus more. So I'll be honest with you, I've never seen somebody like go from as low as she was to like if you weren't in Rochester and you never seen it or never heard about it, you would never know that it was ever even a factor. And of course, like this is what I try to tell her. I feel like she got into a stage where and this is for every fighter, to where like they're nervous and that they don't want to lose, and they put so much pressure on themselves that they think that they shouldn't be nervous. I've been doing this long enough. I'm an athlete and I shouldn't be nervous. And that's so wrong. Like it's not the right way, because look, those nerves aren't going away. You know what I mean? They're not going anywhere. You have to make very close friends with the feelings and the emotions that us as fighters have on fight week. And I think she's starting to do a much better job of that. Like, hey, I feel this way, but it's okay. And to be honest with you, like one of my things that I tell my fighters is like, being nervous is one of the 3 requirements to get in the zone. Like as an athlete, when you just have the Michael Jordan moments or the Kobe's where you drop 82 in a game, you know what I mean? Like you got to be in the zone, and to be in the zone, there has to be a little bit of nerves that go into that. There has to be nerves. There has to be a different venue that is outside of your ordinary. Like if you're practicing on one court, you have to be in front of a crowd, and there has to be a little bit more consequence than normal. Those are the 3 things. So being nervous is part of that. You will not have the performance of a lifetime if you're not nervous. It won't happen.
Great stuff, James. You've turned into a really great coach, a mentor, and I love the stuff that you said at the beginning of all of this. I appreciate you jumping in with us for a few minutes here. Stay safe out there, all right, my man?
Hey, man, I appreciate you guys having me on today. Anytime, man. I love coming on and talking with you. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for listening in. Give me a follow. Thank you.
Yes, and I am very jealous of your haircut.
Nice. Doesn't even move,
Well
bro.
done. Well done.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.